Alright, so today I'll be giving you guys my top 5 units that you should be getting in this update, and I'll be explaining what they do to the best of my capabilities. And also, this is in no particular order, so you don't have to be debating in the comment section, oh, this should be higher, because these are just my top 5 units that you should have, and they're not really going to be in an order, they're just top 5 that you should really have, alright? So let's get started. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 60k subs and eventually 100k subs. Don't forget to like and subscribe and be part of the OG before we reach 100k subs. This is going to be a title that you can only claim until we reach 100k subs. So subscribe right now. So for top 5, I have my not good guy. Now I have this guy in Monarch or on Monarch, and I do think that he is quite a bit better with Monarch than without. And the reason why I brought that up is because I feel like it's important to bring up how FTP these units are as well, and how good they are without their traits. But this unit is still pretty good with his dragon installability. His DPS is still really high, and it can still do a lot in game modes. And also, this unit is perhaps one of the best PvP units in the game. I've used this unit in PvP 3 times now, and I've won all 3 matches. So I would say that that's why he's here as well, because of PvP and insanely high DPS. But if you were to ask me, I would probably say that in this top 5, he is the only one that I'm confident can be ranked in top 5. I feel like all the other 4 units that are ahead of him might be better than him in a lot of these other game modes. So yeah. The next one is going to be Lefelt. Now Lefelt is an even more insane PvP unit. As a matter of fact, probably more insane than Not Good Guy. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions with this unit's passive and this unit's abilities, but essentially the ability of this unit is any non-boss enemies hit by this are converted into allies. And watch what happens once I actually use this ability on them. Boop, activated Love Shot, and they become my summons. 139 million is still pretty nice, but I was only able to get one of them. I don't know if it's just one or if that's all of them, but they're grouped into one guy. I think it's actually more than just one. But yeah, so as you can see right there, that was pretty cool. So that alone should probably explain why it's OP, but also there's this shotgun loop right here, which is consume 30% meter to immediately do attack 1. And essentially what that is just you doing attack 2, my bad, not attack 1, attack 2, and it will do it for the damage of your unit, I believe, and this will just add to how much DPS Lefelt is doing. The third unit for me, in my opinion, is going to be Kazzy, and if you've already watched my showcase, you probably would already know why this unit is insanely good, like just really good. And it's mainly because of 2 things, but mainly just because of one thing, okay? Mainly just because of one thing. And that's the ability to clear any debuff. Any debuff. It's not debuffs right now, it's any debuff. So future debuffs that are going to be applied on your unit that can potentially be detrimental and can potentially make your units, do less damage or, affect your units can be countered by Kazzy's Heaven. So to show you an example of that, there's an enemy called Yomo, and I'll give it a health multiplier of 10, and I'll spawn in 10 as well. This will take away all my damage because this unit has energy drain. And once I attack a second time, okay, as you guys can see right there, my damage is gone for this unit right here in the middle. And for these, their damage is gone as well. But if I just click this right here, Heaven, okay, I need 100 meter for it, so I forgot. Alright, so as you guys can see right here, one of them now has 176 bar. So if I just click Heaven right here, it will immediately restore all of them, or most of them, to having their, restored state back, which means they're no longer affected by energy drain. I think a better example is if I place Not Good Guy and repeat the experiment. Damage, if I will click this right here, it will give him his damage, should give him his damage back again. This one's still alive, so that's probably why his damage hasn't returned yet. So yeah, there you go. As you guys can see, the damage is returned. I'll use it on the other one, and yeah, fully the damage has been returned. He is no longer affected by energy drain. Now, this will affect future debuffs as well. Any debuff the game will add will be immediately just destroyed by Kazzy, which just makes Kazzy the best support pretty much. Like, an insanely good support. I don't think there's any unit who even comes close to that ability in terms of getting rid of status debuff, which is pretty great. That's why she's top 3. And also she can freeze, which is another insane thing. Not only can she freeze, but she can also be a DPS unit, which is just really great. So she's a hybrid support DPS unit, and if you don't have Monarch on her, which I think is preferable, you can use all 3 of her placements to counter status debuffs, and that's basically what I use her for. And I don't have to worry about energy drain anymore, which is just really nice. Now the other ones are units that I don't really have yet. One of them bugged. I was supposed to already have one, but I don't have them yet. The second one, in my opinion, is going to be Astolfo, and mainly because of Astolfo's ability to essentially, which basically just means grant status effect immunity to an ally using another active cancels the effect. What that basically just means is if you say use this ability on someone like Gogeta, stun will no longer be able to affect that unit. Now, since it's status effect and not status debuff, energy drain can still affect Gogeta. But because Gogeta's main weakness is something like stun, using this on that unit, Gogeta, will just be really great. So kind of like a Monarch buffer, or a support for Monarchs that can get stunned, like Virgil and Dante. If you don't want your Virgil and Dante to get stunned, you can use Astolfo on them, which is pretty great. Also, she has Repulse, which is pretty nice, and she has all of this as well. But really, the thing that most people are gonna be in here for is the ability to just give one unit status immunity, right? Status effect immunity, which just makes that one unit not affected by stun. And there's a lot of units who are weak to stun, but are otherwise really overpowered, like I said, Gogeta. And because of this, it just buffs Gogeta by a lot. And obviously, she has other passives like being able to repulse enemies as well, which is insanely good. Being able to repulse enemies, there's only a few enemies that are actually immune to repulse if they're. So yeah, she's a really great support unit, absolutely amazing support unit, and that's why she's at number 2. But again, this is in no particular order except for top 5, which I think is not good guy. I think he's the worst in this list. And number 1 is Bikin, and I really won't be explaining Bikin because there's a video right now on the internet about him, the official unit overview. But I think all you really need to know about Bikin is he can tether, or she can tether units, and she can basically not make units leave her range, which is very good for units like Aizen, very good for maybe units like Dante and Virgil, if you want to just not make that specific unit leave their full AoE range. That's gonna be very good. But also, she has pretty decent DPS, but her ability to just tether units and also just be really great overall is why I included her in this list. Now that's pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.